So we're going to look at Google Forms. This is a great tool for collecting just about any kind of data. And I'm going to show you, and I'm going to close these out, that there are several different ways to access forms. So if you are here in Gmail, you can go to your apps launcher, hit more, and here's Forms, and let's just click on that. This is where you'll find all the forms that you have created. You'll also find some templates that you can use, or you can create a blank one. You also have the option to, let's just go here and type forms.google.com. That will take you to the exact same spot. And then if you're in Google Drive, you can go to New, More, and Forms. And for all intents and purposes, you've just created your first Google form. So before you really get started with forms, you'll notice up here it's going to say Untitled Form. Now the thing about Google is it will allow you to have 100 forms with the same untitled form name. So it gets very confusing if you're trying to search for something in particular. So it's best to name your form right off the bat. One way to do that is here, and you can just click on Untitled Form, and you can type in my sample form. And if you go here, click, you'll notice it's the same name. So that's very nice. You can go here and give a description of your form. Maybe you have some directions for whomever is looking at your form. And then here is where you would add your questions. So we're going to look to this side here and show you what's what. I'll start from the bottom up. First, you have something called add a section. And when you add a section, basically what you're doing is you are creating its own little page for certain questions on your survey. Here you have the ability to add, and then we'll just click. You can add you can search for YouTube videos, or if you know a specific URL, you can add that. That can be very handy if you're a teacher and maybe you're going to add a video into your classroom and you want to be able to ask some questions, maybe some formative assessment questions about the video that students just watched. Add an image. Add an image can be very handy for the same reasons as the what I just said about the videos, but it also can be a place, maybe you're using this for a sign-up form, and so you want to have people sign up for whether it be a conference or whether it is a t-shirt. So you can show samples of whatever it is you're signing up for. Here you have a place to add title and description. In the old version of Google Forms, after each question, you could write a description. This is a place that you can just add that within your sections, if you choose sections, or just add it to your questions, a little bit more about the question. And then, of course, you have the actually add-in questions. And there are different question types, and I'll show you that in just one second. So if we were here on our first question, it's going to automatically default to multiple choice. And I'm going to show you the different types of question. So we have short answer, paragraph, multiple choice, checkboxes, drop down, linear scale, multiple choice grid, and probably can't see that very well. Let me see if I can expand my page. There's a place where you can do date and time, and that can be very handy if you're scheduling conferences. So the one that you probably may or may not be familiar with is this one, multiple choice grid. And this could be, let me just give you a sample what this could look like. And you can say dogs, cats, and over here you could say yes, no. So basically you have the same question. You know, instead of going down and asking 45 times whether you like something, you can put all the answers here, and you can have one question. So let me just preview this and show you what this looks like. So you could say yes or no and yes. That's just to give you an idea what a multiple choice grid is. So here we have created a question, And in order to create another question, we would just click here. So we could say, take a look at the image and give your thoughts. And then we would go here. We have the ability to upload, take a snapshot, you have to have a webcam, URL, your albums, and to do this you need to know the URL for the image. You can search something that might be in your Google Drive, or you can use Google's images, and let's just type something. And so that image would be inserted, and you notice how I did not change, and we would want it to be kind of a paragraph. So when you preview that, this is what it would look like. You would have your first question. It gets a look at the image, and here they would click their answers. The same thing would happen if it was a YouTube video. So maybe you wanted something different. You said, yeah, I don't really want this. I might want to go back here. Oops, I accidentally clicked on it again. I could go down here and do the same thing for YouTube. So I would just insert my YouTube video. Google Forms, very handy, lots of features that you can do. And when you're ready, what you would do is you would, just as I did before, preview, and that's how this URL here would allow you to share with others, share with your respondents. You could put it on in an email, you could put it on your website, or you could go here and send. So this would also allow you to do the same thing. And through this you could add collaborators, and those would be people who could also go in and view your data, but they could also help you create the form. So that is Google Forms, the simple version of Google Forms. And now what we can do is, in the next video, we are going to look at some of the ways that we can customize our form.